Good morning. I'm Sherry Andrews, and this is Let's Talk Legal. I'm on every Tuesday morning, normally at 10, to discuss bite sized education for your business. But today I'm on a little early because I have an appointment at 10 o'clock, and I'm dispensing with the normal education side of things to talk to you for a few minutes about the legacy of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The news of her death last weekend kind of threw me for a loop. Me, along with thousands upon thousands of other female attorneys across the United States. And I don't have any prepared remarks for today. I'm just kind of winging this one because I normally don't bring politics or beliefs into what I talk about on Let's Talk Legal. I normally stick to facts, figures, and just straight up education. Um, but knowing what Ruth Bader Ginsburg brought to this country, brought to the rights of women in this country, I know that now is not the time to hide behind what is safe and, what is just fact for my business. Now is the time to be loud and to say exactly what I feel about uh, the situation that we're in. So, Justice Ginsburg, also known as the Notorious RBG, she was a pioneer for women's rights. We have her and the women who came before her to thank for the fact that women in this country can open a bank account without a male cosigner, can get a mortgage in their own name, can have a credit card in their own name, have the right to a safe legal abortion, um, have the right to make choices about their medical treatment and their body without the interference from anyone other than the decisions they make in consultation with their doctor. Have the right to be an astronaut, to be a lawyer, to be anything you want to be. We've come a long, long way from even as recently as the 1950s and 1960s when women were still considered the property of their husbands and had to have a man running their financial affairs. So for me, um, her death is the death of an icon, the death of a legacy. And beyond losing someone who was so dear and who did so much for women in this country, we're now looking at replacing her on the United States Supreme Court. Now, Senator Mitch McConnell, who is the majority leader among the Republicans in the Senate, 4 years ago, faced with a similar situation, said um, he would not have a vote on the Senate floor for a new um, Supreme Court justice while Obama was still in office. He said that the American people deserved a voice in determining who their next Supreme Court justice would be, and therefore any approval of any nominee would be delayed until a new president was seated. And that was when President Obama still had nearly 8 months left to his term as president. Now we're faced with a situation where there's literally only 6 weeks left of Trump's current um, Trump's current administration. That's not to say he couldn't win the election and continue on because that is a distinct possibility. But Mitch McConnell has said that he will, this time, push through a vote for any nominee Trump puts forward Trump has indicated that he will put forward his nominee on Sunday, um, after the services for Justice Ginsburg are complete on Saturday. So we're looking at the Senate pushing through another appointment to the Supreme Court in the final 6 weeks of this current presidential cycle. Why do I have a problem with that? Well, a nominee to the Supreme Court is for life. If you put someone on the Supreme Court today who is, let's say 45 years old, they could be on the Supreme Court for the next 45 years, for until their 90th birthday. And, beyond, if they live to be 100, whatever. Um, so we're at a point where we're tipping the US Supreme Court heavily into um, conservative right wing territory. And, you know, myself, I believe in a more balanced court. I would like to have both sides talking about issues and determining, what fits our Constitution and what is best for our country. But when you tip the Supreme Court to the point where it's a 6-3 conservative versus more liberal balance, a lot of the precedential cases that have been in effect can be overturned. A lot of what we know is the law today could be changed and very quickly. So, this is the point at which I want to say if any of this matters to you, if the state of our environment matters to you, if women's rights, if equal rights, regardless of skin color, gender, sexual orientation, matter to you, then who sits on the Supreme Court matters to you, because a lot of those rights are decided at that level, case by case. So, this is the time to vote with your heart, get out and vote for the people that you believe most represent your values and what you want to see out there in the world, and vote with your wallet. Spend some money to support those political candidates who will actually represent the kind of United States you want to be a part of. As I said, I normally don't bring politics into this, and honestly, I don't care what your political affiliation is. It doesn't matter to me if you're Republican or Democrat. What matters to me is that you're sticking up for what you believe in. And I'm hoping that, like me, you believe that our environment is worth protecting, that um, there should be a clear path to citizenship in the United States that's not fraught with miles and miles of red tape, that everyone should have equal rights and equal access to education, to jobs, to whatever, to healthcare, regardless of their skin color, their sexual orientation, their religion, their gender. It shouldn't matter. People are people. Um, and so that's really what I'm here to talk about. The legacy that Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has left us, I want to see that legacy live on. I don't want to see it die in the next presidential term with appointments to the Supreme Court that are going to last well into my own children's old age. And, I want to make sure that we have all considered carefully what this year's election means. So I'm going to step off my soapbox now. Um, and yeah, I want to thank you all for being here, for listening. Let's get out there. Let's get loud. Let's let our voices be heard. Thank you.